We're all governed by the California Structural Pest Control Board, and they only really recognize fumigation and heat treatments. Okay. And anything other than that is considered by them to be a substandard type treatment. So if it's a real estate transaction, the expectation is that the buyer is going to be moving into a home that's 100% termite free.
Right.
They don't want control. They want termite free. And really, the only way to really reach that by those guidelines that's been set by the government is to tint the property. Okay, unless the property has been recently tinted or really is showing no current signs of termite activity, which is very, very, very rare.
Yeah.
So that's why when you're buying a property and they already say, oh, the house has no termites in it, that's the first red flag that should show up. Okay, well, what are your documentation proving that? And if they're just giving you a completion report and no report to back up what those findings mean, then that's another reason why you should really have more to investigate. A local treatment is when you have an area that's been identified to have termites and you treat it with some type of liquid termiticide, whether it be a contact killing solution or a non-repellent. You inject it, the termites feed off it, they bring it to the nest, they share it, they all die thereafter. And the results of that will vary depending on the quality of the product that you're using. We recommend tenting when it's so bad or you have them in so many different areas that really to get it under control would be to tent it and to really get it done and over with. But by the time it gets to that point, we really need to, intervene before it gets there.
Awesome.
When you have an apartment building or a condo complex, termites aren't these, especially drywood termites, which is the most common termite in California, they're not a type of insect that will invade an entire property by itself, that colony. They usually only cover an area about 5 to 6 feet in each direction. So it's generally a good idea. The more you inspect, the better, because then you can get a better idea as far as how badly infested the property is. But if it's, a unit, you could have that unit have termites. The next unit next to it has nothing really. So you almost want to put out that little spot fire before it starts to spread into other windows, other units, and then you have to consider, okay, now it's gone to so many units. It's too expensive for us to treat it. We have to tent it. And that's always our last resort. We don't want to tent properties if we don't have to. And a lot of times it can be prolonged between tentings if you treat it locally.